Lewis Hamilton has weighed in on the notion that some F1 drivers could see their salaries limited in the future. Lewis Hamilton believes that a proposed salary cap for F1 drivers could have a negative impact on the younger generation making their way in the sport. Max Verstappen had previously called the idea completely wrong ahead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, which is set to get underway on Sunday afternoon. F1 authorities are continuing to explore ways to make the sport more sustainable. Last season, a budget cap was introduced to keep costs down, and while driver salaries are not currently included in the permitted amount, they could be in the future. Verstappen signed a lucrative 5-year Red Bull extension back in March, just a few months after winning the world title. That is set to bank him in the region of £40 million per year, similar to the figure that Mercedes reportedly pay Hamilton. On the subject of the proposed cap, the Brit admitted to GP fans, "It's a difficult question to answer. I don't really have all the facts, and I have not really spent time thinking too much about it. So I can't give you a factual answer on what is right or wrong. There is some merit in what was expressed by Verstappen. There are many of us here who were heavily invested in as youngsters and have had to pay that back, which you would naturally want to do anyway. And so that, for sure, could have an impact on the future for the younger generation. We have to remember that this sport has gone from a £3 to £4 billion business to an £11 billion business. It's consistently growing. The teams are earning more money than ever before. We are a huge part of that. Look, I won't be here for a huge amount longer, but I do think about the younger generation and I don't feel that they should be capped." Hamilton seemed reluctant to put all his cards on the table ahead of this Sunday's Grand Prix in Baku. The 7-time world champion qualified in 7th, once again behind teammate George Russell, who took 5th, while the front row will be shared by Ferrari's Charles Leclerc and Red Bull's Sergio Perez. Perez is undoubtedly the surprise entrant to this year's race for the world title, and after winning in Monaco last time out, he is only 15 points behind Verstappen, who holds the championship lead. The Dutchman therefore has a big race ahead of him in Baku, where he will start third and hope to extend his points advantage at the top. But he still found time for an impassioned speech about the proposed salary cap.
If